Yo, what's up, YouTube? This your boy AG again, man. Back with part 3. Real quick, man. I can't even just jump into this. I gotta shout out Native Instruments, man. These people, man, they hit me up on Twitter and told me how great my tutorials were, and I woke up that morning, man. I mean, when I seen the tweet, I was like, I couldn't even believe it, man. All my subscribers that have come from Native Instruments sending you over here, thank you and welcome. To all of y'all that started following me on Twitter, thank you and welcome. Shout out the rest of my subscribers, man, that's been there with me since day one. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. If it wasn't for you, I don't think I would have kept on doing it to get to this point. Enough talking about that. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get into this. Alright, so where we left off on the last episode, we had just made a regular loop, straight loop, and then we kind of chopped it up a little bit and made a couple of little variations or whatever. Well, not really, just chopped it up a little bit different. So let's listen to the first one. Okay, that was both of them. I played the first one, and then the second one kind of doubled up on a couple of the chops. Now what we're going to do is we're going to focus on the drums. Being that these samples right here are kind of busy, you have two different ways that you can layer the drums, at least, or play the drums, at least that's what I think anyway. One, you can get your own samples and play them yourself under, you know, the sample. You get your own drum sounds and play them yourself. Or the other way is you can maybe record like a loop from vinyl, or you have you know, like a couple of the sites out there that have drum loops and stuff like that. You can use those also. The first part, since the sample, like I said, the sample's kind of busy, we're going to go ahead and put some drums under it. Alright, so let's go ahead and load up some drums. Alright, I went on and loaded up just a regular kick, snare, and hi-hat. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to focus on just the regular loop version right now. Alright, so again, we're going to create a pattern. The first pattern, we want to change it to 4 bars. Alright, because everything's in 4 bars. And then we're going to hold shift, hit record, and that's going to give us the count in and then the metronome. So let's go ahead and lay the hi-hat down first, just to kind of get a little beat going on. Alright, with that, you got a, you know, regular basic, just a regular, you know, 1, 2 or whatever up underneath the sample. Now you can go in after that and probably load in maybe like, say maybe like some shakers. Let's load a shaker in there. And what you're doing is you're just building, you know, your percussion up underneath it. And with this sample, you already have a lot of stuff going on, so you don't really need a lot. But with other samples that might be a little bit more airy and stuff like that, you can really load it up with percussion. So let's go ahead and put that in there and see how that sounds. we got that. All right, now let's say we want to a crash is always good to start off that first bar or that first beat. So let's go ahead and throw a crash up in there. And I'm not taking a whole lot of time to find these things, so we just going through the basic motions, man. All right, let's use that one. We're gonna load that on pad 5. So we got, all right, so when we go ahead and press the play, the shift and record, and that's gonna count us in, then we just gonna hit that that crash right on the 1, and then we should be straight. And that's what I'm gonna do, just a basic drum beat up under the sample. Alright, so now let's play it back and see if it hit on the 1. Check it out. Alright, so that's just a basic loop. It's just looped up. Then you got drums under it. And then what you can do after that, like I said, you can go back into the sample and find other little elements that you can bring in and probably sprinkle them in here and there. That way you can give it a different feel. Then also the other thing you can do is play some keys, or bring some different things that you have in your own personal library into the sample, and that will work also. So you got a lot of options that you can take on after this at this point. But I just wanted to focus on the drums. So that's the first way you can do the drums. All right, the next way you can do the drums is